Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to another edition of Bluffers to Buffers. I'm Ben.
Hi, and I'm Bob.
And this week we're all back to front, aren't we, Bobby?
We are. I don't like it's like a negative of us. In a positive way.
Yes. This is what, part 4 of our scrapyard
It is.
build. And
So
this
what have you
week,
been doing this week?
waiting for this, Bob. Literally, I've been waiting for this. What have you been doing?
Well, I have done a thing for your layout.
You have?
After all these times, and I filmed it.
Whoa.
I know a lot of people, well, I say a lot, 2 people commented and were really excited by it.
I've heard literally that's all they've been waiting for.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, that's all I've been waiting for.
Lockdown does silly things to people.
It does. What have you done?
Well, you're going to see now because we'll go. So
Whoa.
here's the Dakota. It has flown. It's gone.
It's
trying to make an escape like a bee hitting a window constantly. It's gone. Right, this is what we've made. So we've made a little tanker to go in the scrapyard. Maybe
That's
a bit
cool.
of red diesel was kept in there for the lorries and the forklift, or
I like to imagine,
Yeah.
already I'm placing this as a scene,
yeah.
when they drain the petrol out of the motors or the diesel out of the motors, they pop it in there.
Now this is the destruction that happens when I do stuff for you.
I love it.
But this is the bits we've
This is
actually
all
used.
very professional,
you
isn't
like
it?
this,
What
don't
have
you?
we used there
So
then?
we've got a bit of everything. Right, Bev. This is what this is called.
Bev.
Bob's Eye View.
Amazing. Sensational.
So,
I like that. What's that DVD
well,
then?
it's Fast and Furious, but I had to put them underneath to raise it up to get the right camera
Okay.
angle. Anyway, so we're using some acrylic aerosol.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd do what maybe the colour would have been when it was brand spanking new, first of all.
Okie dokie.
Now, this was from a little kit, this tank, and I
Yeah.
just thought, well, we'll use it.
Yeah. It's very quick spraying, actually.
It was.
Yeah. More of a dust than anything.
It was just to get it on there. Right, this is decal fix.
Okay.
And I've kind of used it like your chipping thing you did on your bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't have any chipping stuff, and apparently you can use decal
Okay.
fix. So yeah, I just splashed it on here, there, everywhere.
Yeah. What sort of brush is that you use?
That's one with hairs on it.
Okay. Sable, is it?
I think they're
I don't even know what that means,
I don't
mate. So
know.
don't even.
I don't know, I threw it over there. I wasn't that fussed about the.
Don't
it's just
worry.
there.
Do not give me the satisfaction of answering. What's happening now?
Right, so this
Yeah.
is where someone's in my head. So you got to have
You
a
see, you've
backstory
been on
of
your
all
own
these
for a
things.
while,
Yeah.
haven't you? Shaking like that.
Wee.
Go on.
So I thought, well, someone's overpainted it at some point
Yeah.
with a bit of white.
Will this work in the same way, this type of paint, as with your chipping fluids and that?
Well, it did and it didn't.
Okay.
It did. I had to go quite aggressive with the brushing, as you will see in a minute.
You are famous for your aggressive brushing.
Well,
aren't you?
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's just a light dust.
Okay.
Dusting.
Yeah.
Dusting.
Yeah.
Obviously, between this, there is time for drying.
Obviously, yeah.
Which I haven't added to the video. It's long enough and boring enough already.
So are you biting this camera in your mouth? You like holding it in your mouth?
No,
while you're
I made
doing
a
this?
thing that went round my head with a strappy thing.
I like to
and
imagine there was a cable tie involved.
there was a lot of tying knots in things.
It's a unique perspective, Bob.
It is. Right now,
Here we
so
go.
I've got a wide brush
yeah,
which
yeah.
I cut right down so it's real
Quite
stiff.
stiff, yeah.
And it's just water.
Mm.
And I'm just rubbing aggressively,
Some
basically.
great effects to be doing it like that. I think there's a lot to be said for doing it that way round rather than trying to add the scratches and scrapes in afterwards.
Well, this is the first time I've ever tried to do it this way,
Yeah.
and I was much happier with it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, again, I was looking at pictures of things that were in scrapyards because
Yeah.
they have funny knocks on things, and obviously around the circular edges you're always going to get wear and tear.
Yeah.
And on the top, you know, you've got to think people may be up there.
Yeah.
And I've left the underside so you can still see a bit of the green, where
Nice.
you know people are
Nice.
just very lackadaisies. But right, so that's all
Now,
done.
We love these pots, don't we?
These are rusted.
Yeah, we got them at the Worthing.
Worthing.
Is it the Worthing
It was,
Railway
yeah, the school.
exhibition?
And because we were all about getting things rusty.
Yeah.
These guys were selling. You
These.
get like an orange and a dark brown.
Yeah.
But it leaves like a texture, which kind of works on things like this because it.
Yeah.
But this part of the video is long.
That's right. What, long as in trendy? What the kids would say long, or
No, long as in boring.
oh, okay. But we can talk. Did you know that this is actually enamel based? This product.
Is it? I didn't know.
I know
that.
this because what I tried to do, I just tried it on a truck wagon.
Right.
Sponged it on because you get quite a nice effect.
Yeah, you said about sponging.
And what I thought I'd do is wait for it to dry and then get some thinners on there and just streak it off.
Ooh, yeah, good idea.
No, it doesn't work with acrylic thinners, doesn't work with water.
So it must be enamel based.
Enamel thinners, you can just about soften it up.
And did it streak?
No.
Oh.
Ruined.
Well, you'll see in a bit.
Yeah.
I have a technique for that.
Oh, okay.
So basically, I would say, obviously, this is only my interpretation
Yep.
of aging and weathering, as people like to call it.
That's what it's called.
It is weathering, yeah. But think about where it could be done.
Yeah.
I see this quite a lot on things that we've seen where they're either gone absolutely mad and there's no rhyme or reason to why there should be things on there. And people do this to guitars as well. I know about this.
Yeah.
And you look at something, well, that's just looks like someone's thrown it down the stairs or whatever. So I would say look at some pictures like you do with your stuff when you do it, and just kind of get a feel for where, especially in a minute when I've done some weathering techniques.
Yeah.
Techniques.
Good use of the word.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I also wanted to counter because I get lost in a pool of deadly thought.
Right.
I s-
Have a picture to.
Yeah, no,
work
but even
on.
then, it's like I start trying to think about it logically, and yes, it does. You are right, but then you're in danger of overthinking.
Yeah,
it.
100%. And less is more sometimes.
Yeah, so you can't overthink these things. I was pondering what at the weekend. Obviously, when I've filmed something, I kind of have a rough idea of how it's going to go, and it's quite, for want of a better word, exciting to be able to do this to see where you've gone. But I was trying to think, well...
So you could have a Bev, you can have a Ben's eye view.
Yeah, I could, I might do. No, I don't want to be seen to be copied. This is your thing, Bob. I don't want to take it away from you.
I have a feeling I wasn't the first person to do this.
Well, let's pretend for today that you are.
No
Anyway, there's loads, we're amongst a lot of very skilled railway modelers.
Oh, massively.
People who take it very, very seriously, which something we'll never be accused of.
No, 100% not.
I think the key thing with kind of what we're doing, and actually when you watch my vids or I watch yours or people are out there watching this, we're not saying that this is how to do it.
No, not at all.
This is, with everything I do, more or less it's the first time I've tried it and it'll either work or it doesn't.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there who are in the same boat with all of this, like, where do I start? What do I do? Every time I go out to my lab, I'm like, I'm going to do something today.
Yeah.
Going to achieve lots, and it's like, where do I start? What do I do? I don't want to mess it up. When actually, you've just got to crack on and try.
Got to
try
have a
these
go.
things.
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of why we're doing this scrapyard thing, because I'm just trying to use up stuff we've got and not throw loads of money at it, because I've already thrown loads of money at this stuff and it's just sat in my shed for years. So let's use it.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're learning along the way.
And sometimes you'll do something like this. For me personally, came out really well. I was really happy with it. But I was doing some stuff at the weekend for you as well, which I didn't film. For the layout.
What do you mean you didn't film it?
Well, because I just wanted to crack on and get some bits done.
Oh, right.
Because this camera on my head gets hot.
Yeah.
It's not like a GoPro. It's a massive like cine cam. It's reel to reel.
A box brownie.
And it gets really hot.
You are going to film the skip though.
The skip would do. I've done 2 roll-on on-offs.
Yeah, no. But
Which
I've
other
basically
ones?
finished my skip in
Oh, wow.
anticipation.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine. I accept your apology.
You can see how long this is taking.
Yeah, no, I
viewers.
know. It does. That is another thing. It all does take a lot more time than
massively.
perhaps you could larrup it
I
out.
don't know what I did there.
No,
I just tapped something on the
perhaps I might add a little ding when I
my reset button.
when I
What am I
went
doing?
I'll probably forget. It's
I
fine.
missed the pot completely.
But stuff like this, the weather and the detailing, does take a tremendous. I haven't used the word tremendous for a long time. A tremendous amount of time.
It does.
The basics don't. Laying the foundations don't. Like you could have just painted that green or white.
And done some scratches. But that wouldn't look right. It wouldn't look right.
And left it to it. Yeah, from a distance, it would have done the job.
No. God is in the detail.
Yes. However, my point is...
Yeah. Go on, sorry. I interrupted you.
You did. All I'm trying to say is you can take it as far as you like, and because we're... I don't know what we are. We seem to spend a long time doing very little.
Literally, this thing is like, what? What's that? 4 centimetres long or something?
Do you know, I watched a video on YouTube the other day.
How long am I taking just to do round the...
Yeah, but, you know,
Far
it's
too
good.
long.
I watched a video on YouTube the other day, Bobby.
Yeah.
One of the guys doing, like, scrap carriages, obviously, because we've got some interest in that.
Yeah, massively, yeah.
Made it look so easy when I tried to do it. Didn't happen. It's not. So I'm going to have to try again, and then if it works, I'll make a video of it.
Yeah, do it. Funny angle.
I guess it's practice, isn't it? Practice makes perfect, as with anything. There's been a lot of dabbing. I mean, we
Would you like to talk about technique?
Yes. Tell me about your hand.
Right,
you have got very delicate hands for someone that cuts a figure like you.
Well, as you can see, they are chipolata fingers. I'm not the slightest
Ever so
of lads.
delicate. Ever so delicate.
And I like to use my finger like a painter may use one of those rods for doing sign writing to stabilise myself.
Yes.
Right, so technique-wise on this, because you get 2 parts, I tend to use the orange as like the base, and then add the darker stuff on top, and then it looks like you've got a bleed going on.
Yeah.
But obviously, this took quite a while to do. As you can, probably should have cut this a bit shorter. In all fairness,
I've had quite good success dabbing that on with a sponge.
Yeah, you said about this.
Obviously, you don't get quite as, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Intricate detail.
No.
However, again, you have to ask yourself: is rust intricate, or does it just happen?
Just happens.
I can see where you're going with this, and what the overall effect is. Top.
I mean, if you don't like it, just say, mate. It's not a problem.
No, let's not fall out. I'm
not
just
like it's taken forever.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have said that, should I?
I think we're nearly there, kind of. We've only got the whole other side. Well, no, having a wobble up. There was a lot of looking, you know, like we had this discussion of like, what's going on here?
You've always got to look, haven't you?
Yeah, I think we
is it near the end? I'm not seeing...
Well...
I don't think it is, having seen the final article.
No, there is... Yeah,
I always get so hot when we film these things, Bob.
You do, but you don't sit down. You're a stander,
I am a stander. I'm sweating. I've got to take my hat off.
Is it the excitement of this?
Because I've got rabid hair. I might have to take my jumper off in a minute. Literally, I've got to sweat.
Me.
If I start coughing, Bob, that's it. It's game over.
Oh, plenty of time at home.
Anyway.
See, this is, you know, in one way I'm glad it's this long, so you can see how long I took on it. And bear in mind, this is sped up times 2.
See, that's what... Just to interject.
Yeah.
I times mine by 6.
Well, it wouldn't let me do that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Let's not fall out about it. Let's not get bogged down by who does what.
It does get a little bit more exciting in a minute.
Can it get more exciting? I mean, I'm on an edge, yeah?
All I'd say is starting to come together. Look, I did a roll there. Did you see that?
It's looking good.
We do a wash in a minute, another technique,
nice.
Which I really like.
What, you took it in the shower with you?
No one needs to see that.
No, I was going to say, stop.
Right.
That is when Bob Cam goes too far. Bob's eye view goes too far. All those people unsubscribing now.
Yeah. Ping,
you had one job. You had one job.
So I knew you'd get bored.
I'm not bored.
We're bored halfway. I'm bored of watching it, but then I have watched this about 4 times.
Let's discuss something till we move on to the next technique that you're going to demonstrate.
Right, okay. I haven't actually told you what I was doing.
Tell us what you're doing.
Okay, well,
tell us.
Like I said, I put the orange and then the brown on top.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
I like to, as you say, I like to stipple.
Yeah.
And then maybe sometimes there's almost a dry brush. Maybe that's what I did on the black thing a minute ago. Tried to dry brush it a little bit.
You shouldn't use a kitchen roll.
I didn't have any.
Okay.
And I couldn't be asked to get up and get some because I was already... You saw how messy...
Yeah, it was messy. I do like that Dakota bit at the beginning.
That I started building over a year ago.
Yeah,
That's how...
I did have a really good question then.
Go on then.
I can't remember it for the life of me.
It's all right, you've got plenty of time to remember.
What was the question? Oh, God.
We are nearing... Oh.
I thought you'd done started on a scrap loco as well.
I did,
Is that
but
not?
This was already like 20 minutes long, and I thought you don't need to see that. And it's the same technique anyway.
Yeah, but
what am I?
That's what I would know. What I was going to ask now.
Go on.
What am I going to title this video that's going to attract people to want to watch it?
Do you have time on your hands? Would you like to see someone stipple a brush? I feel like maybe we should have some sort of like arty music, like in Art Attack or wherever it used to be.
Do you know, trying to find 25-minute long backing music is near impossible. In the end, I opted not to put backing music on these videos. But this one...
Let's just have a chat about stuff,
Exactly, a bit of housekeeping.
It is. But I genuinely believe we're getting near the point where we...
Okay.
Oh, there was a camera cut there, wasn't there? Oh, it's obviously where I changed the reel to reel, I think.
Okay.
We've gone back to some more orange.
You're loving them rust pots, aren't you?
Do you
love
know what?
them.
They were like, whatever they were, 15, 20 quid for the two.
Going forever, aren't they?
But literally, look how delicate that was. Literally, I'm never going to run out of it, am I?
No. Not at this rate.
Bob, do a video. Next week, back to bed.
No, you should definitely do more. I think it's a good... I think those two people were really keen to see this.
There you go. Whoa.
You're showing.
Yeah, that's it. Done.
Popping the
right.
Whoa.
We got some green wash.
Yeah.
But it gone all lumpy.
Yeah.
So I had to acrylic it down. So the green wash, I'm only going to
acrylic it down?
Or enamel thinners down, yeah.
I don't have a lot of luck with washes, Bob, if I'm being honest.
Well, this is a handy technique for you.
Well, talk me through it then.
So I'm only putting it along the middle bits, and that is a dry brush.
Yeah.
And I'm just always streaking the way that it would weather.
Why are you guys going down the middle? Surely the dirt would gather... Hold on,
This is where you're wrong. So, because it's been there an awful long time, I've gone for a green wash in the middle, and you can see I'm taking most of it off now.
Yeah.
So literally it's just there to give it a hint.
Yeah.
And I'm working it.
That's starting to look really good now, Bobby.
So just working it a little bit. And I do this all the way around. This should be quick, I think. And then you'll see my next stage, which then ties it all together.
I see. You've only... Yeah. We were talking about washes the other day. I have problems with my actual washes. They separate in the thing over time. Yeah. You shake it up, but then by the time you dip your brush in it the second or third time, it's kind of started separating again.
Well, I tend to put a little bit in my little...
Yeah, even then it separates.
Yeah. I'm just putting a little bit... This is what would be brickwork, so I thought I'd just put a bit down there.
Is that... I've got to make them bricks, have I? You telling me this now?
No, they're painted white for a reason.
Okay.
But when you look closely, they're bricks.
Right, okay.
So...
What's happened now?
So I got a little bit of rust wash.
Yeah.
And then I added a little bit of weathering powder.
Right, thicken it up a bit.
Just to get the colour I wanted and thicken it up. So it's quite watery.
What colour would you say that is?
It was sand, actually.
Okay. I've got a dust wash. Looks nothing like dust.
No, well, I started with Dash, but... Dash.
Oh, Dutch hater.
Oh, wait a minute, I've picked another one up here. What's going on here?
Yeah, see?
It's a bit more yellow, I think. I might put a little bit of decal fix in this as well, just
Why?
Just to make it stickier.
Stickier.
So now this is where I'm just going round the edges and along the top.
Okay. Is this a technique you've seen or just one you fancy trying?
Just gave it a go, mate. To be honest,
that's what we like.
It looked like it was going to work.
Okay.
So I'll put it round all the rust.
Yeah.
So just applied it wet.
Yeah.
But I think the decal fix, I've definitely put a bit of decal fix on it. I think that just helped it stick to the paint. Only a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So along the bottom as well. So when you look at stuff that's round, you tend to get a bit of muck on the top, very little on the sides and a bit underneath.
Yeah.
So I'm back with my dry brush.
Is it still dry?
Yeah, it's still dry. Okay. I didn't clean it in between.
Okay.
And this is where...
That's a good little effect.
It's now...
I'll give you that. That'd work
Thanks.
That would work.
Kind of you.
But hang on, let me make my point here. That would work quite well on a loco that's been sat for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess because it's enamel, it's not setting as quick as if it was...
No, it did remain like a little bit...
Because the problem with acrylic is it does dry quite quick, doesn't it? It doesn't stay workable for very long.
So now it looks like you've got that rust that's running.
Yeah.
But again, you can always use the dry brush to take it off almost.
Yeah, so if you put thinners on the brush as well, just to take it off even more, would you?
There may well have been a little bit on there. I didn't put.
I'm just saying, if you were trying to remove it,
definitely.
You'd
just
use enamel thinners.
Correct thinner on there, yeah. A little bit dog hair there.
Yeah. Is that to scale or?
I mean, I'm looking at that thinking, what else can I do to it? Is less is more? I don't know. And I'm thinking, it's been there a while. A little bit of a finger shake.
That's dried. I was worried that there was quite an obvious distinction between the two. Actually, it's mellowed down quite well and it's dried, isn't it? The two washes, if you know what I mean.
Again, you have to evaluate a bit. So this is later on in the day, and I thought, well...
What sort of time?
I would say this is probably getting on for 9 o'clock.
In the evening?
Yeah, in the evening, yeah.
You are what's the word for that? Not evening sausage.
Night owl,
that's it.
Yeah,
evening
sausage. I prefer to do things late on in the evenings.
I don't know.
Savaloid.
Yeah.
You salami, you. So I thought, get the Sharpies out.
Yeah.
Just
that's a good
little graffiti on there.
Nice little tip. I've never tried that myself, but your graffiti always looks really quite good. Whereas when I've tried to do it with a brush, it looks rubbish. So
I think you can get away with thin tip Sharpies.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
The colour though, some of them like that have gone red and purple together, give it a kind of... This blue was very bright.
Right.
And you'll see that I just ran over it with a dry brush again just to...
Did you do much graffitiing in your youth, Bob?
No.
So that's something I never got into. Something I was never a thing for me. But obviously, you with your tales of Surbiton Station, without wanting to cast aspersions.
No, I never did graffiti, but because
kind of street rat was painting on stuff that don't need painting on. Do you know what I mean? Is that what you were?
No, I used to go to London a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because I didn't learn to drive till much later on in life, so I used to get the train a lot. So I used to see a lot of graffiti. I
bet you were the sort of person that would absolutely go crazy for when your parents stripped the wallpaper off your wall in your bedroom and you got to draw on the walls before the new paper went on. I bet that was you, wasn't it? I bet that was you.
Massive Concorde picture saying on the wall, yeah, you know that.
Bobby's up late tonight. Look
at that masterpiece.
Don't disturb me whilst I'm creating. And then people move in the house in a few years' time. Like, what's going on here then? And they put their own little...
Why is there a scene from Fairford 1928?
That looks like a Concorde.
So here I went crazy.
Oh, you have gone.
And I wrote the word bomb for some reason. And drew a bomb round it.
Wow.
Because I don't know why. I just kind of thought that would be quite a...
That's something actually when historically I've struggled to... If I've had to go at graffiti, it's what should I put? But then actually, a lot of the time, you can't actually read what it says anyway.
Just a load of... Well, you'll nearly put the wrong lid on the wrong pen there.
Can't do that, mate.
No, cross-contamination. So you'll see this is another technique, an old... that is an old razor blade that I just had in my tool bit.
Yeah.
I'm just scratching away at it.
Why are you doing that?
Just to make it look old and worn and... You know, because in my head, once you've got that on the ladder, there'll be detritus all round it and stuff would have been bashed into it.
Yeah.
Because Sharpies can be a bit obvious.
A bit fresh.
Yeah, far too fresh. I mean, we're nearly there, mate, to be fair. Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed it.
There was a bit of a long bit in the middle.
I think
it was a bit long.
I think
It was worth it, though.
I think we had wide-ranging chats. I mean,
we did, yeah. Maybe next time you do a video.
No, I think this is good, and I think you should do more of it, Bob, because it just brings a little change, and I like to learn from what you're doing. I'm going to go home and have a go at doing something like that myself, you know?
Well, that's good to know. I mean, I think it came out all right.
And
It's
I think
an awful lot of effort for something very small.
Yeah, well, again, I did the skip at the weekend thinking you would do it anyway, that's another thing.
I did.
All right, listen.
You know what I did for you.
I was recording. Hang on, you didn't do anything like that. You made that sound like something that's
I did
not.
lots of model making for you. Now, the real life Bobber dog is very unhappy with the loss of fake Bob dog.
We're all.
She's going to give you a punch. See that? Flat out punch.
Wow.
Right?
That looks more like a sort of.
It's a swipe. But
Yeah,
there you go. Anyway.
I'm lost for words.
I thought I'd put that in there.
No, that was good.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks for watching.
Anyway, you can subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like the new format.
Yeah, please do let us know. Thank you for watching. Thanks everyone that has subscribed so far, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
Thank you so
chuffed to bits with how many subscribers we've got now. So thanks everyone for watching. Like I said earlier, like you guys, you know, we're not saying this is how it's done. We're learning on the job.
Not.
And we're having fun with it, and I think that's the main thing, isn't it? If you can't have fun, then what's the point?
Yeah, definitely got to have a laugh.
By the way, Bob, I'm going to drop in at this point pictures of that on the layout.
Are you actually going to use it?
Yeah, so look at that.
Oh, wow, amazing.
Doesn't that look good?
That good. I
What's
like how
he
you've done that.
Yeah, what's he doing there?
Wow.
Wow.
Do you know what would have been nice?
What's that?
Bob a dog pose in there.
Well, yeah, but I've heard Bob's going to go to get a rescue dog.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
But it turns out he went to the wrong rescue dog place and he got a pig.
Did he go to Joey Exotic's place to get a tiger?
He got a tiger. A liger.
A liger.
Anyway, we've gone off on a
Crazy.
tangent there. Doesn't that look brilliant on the layout?
It looks lovely. I'm chuffed it's gone to good use.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for watching. Please do like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook, Red Knob End Junction. You can find us on Instagram, Bluffers to Buffers.
Yeah.
Also Red Knob End Junction.
Yeah.
Find us here on the YouTube. Please do subscribe. Please like. Please throw us some comments. Let's do this.
Yeah, enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hope
So
you
next
enjoyed
visit
it.
back to my turn again next week.
Yeah, 100% it is.
Okay, cool. So we have moved on actually, so
Yeah?
that's good. It's
Oh,
good.
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 Wicked.
So yeah, thanks everybody.
All right, au revoir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.